to talk about my theory on why Asian guys don't date black girls. Interesting to me about going to that school is that I see Asian people dating. I see white people dating. What I don't see is black people dating for real. And what's interesting about that is I have Asian acquaintances, and it's so interesting to me how they've told me that their Asian friends wouldn't date a black girl. And of course you ask them why, and it's always the stereotype, because it's so easy to categorize all black women into the same thing: loud, belligerent, and ghetto. But it's like, baby boy, we're going to the same institution, so if I'm that, and that, then what are you? And I don't know, like, I just personally feel like in my classes, people don't really want to get to know each other outside of school. So it becomes really hard to want to interact. The amount of people that I've asked to hang out who have either ghosted me or just, ghosted me is crazy. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, hanging out is a big thing now? Going to the museum, getting brunch? Like, are you serious? Another thing that's fascinating to me is that if you look at the marriage statistics in the United States, Asian people are actually the most married demographic in this country. Black women are the least married demographic in this country. And something I searched up was like, because in the Asian community, marriage is seen as a duty, while in the black community, well, we could kind of see that it's not. And for the black acquaintances that I do have in college, all of them have told me the same exact thing. I'm focusing on my career. I'm focusing on my career. Boy, you're like 19, baby. You have your whole life to focus on your career. So what does focusing on your career have to do with getting brunch or going to the museum or like walking around the park? Like, I don't know. I just feel like in the black community, marriage is not seen as much of a significant thing in comparison to other groups. And for my black girls trying to find the love of their life in college, I would say just go where you're wanted. Go where you're wanted. Go where people will appreciate you. Go where people actually want to genuinely get to know you. Because somebody who's going to box you into a little stereotype that obviously it shouldn't be delegated to every single black girl is not the person for you. But for my Asian guys out there, leave down below in the comments, would you date a black girl? Why or why not?
I just want to let black guys know it's over for us. We lost our women. Yeah, white guys got them now. Everywhere I look, I can look to the left right now. I'm in Beverly Hills. There's a beautiful black queen with a bald white man. And everywhere I go, I continue to see that. It doesn't matter the age group. It doesn't matter the complexion. They're gone. So black guys, we had our run. You feel me? Like, we wasn't doing shit with it. Niggas was playing around, so yeah, we lost them. Not all of them. We didn't lose the ratchet ones. We always gonna have the ratchet ones. But yeah, all the good ones, all the classy ones, yeah, we lost them. And proof, if you want proof, because maybe it hasn't hit your city yet. Maybe it hasn't hit your state. I'm in California, so it's a little bit faster. But yeah, they just watch the movies. They got white lead males, and then they got the black female leads as the love interest, and that's like in every movie. I've seen 4 movies now with that in the last like 3 months. So yeah, that's what we moving. Again, we had a good run, but this shit is over, man. Shit is over. So yeah, good luck.
Stop the cap. Black women have always been lit. So let's just stop pretending that, this new wave of black women being the new trend or anything like that, or dating outside their race is a thing. It's always been a thing. Speaking of interracial relationships, did you know that 1 in 3 Asian newlywed men marry outside their race? Studies also show that interracial marriages between an Asian man and a black woman exhibit a lower risk of divorce rates than any other interracial pairing. Now let's talk numbers. Although black women do have a higher divorce rate, we are also the lowest group of women who do not date outside our race. These are black on black marriages. So my advice to my single, beautiful young black queens out there, go find your Asian king, honey. He out there somewhere, baby.
One thing I will never be again is the token black friend. I grew up in predominantly white spaces my entire life. I was that black friend that white people felt comfortable saying racist stuff to. They would say something completely insane and follow it by, Christy, you know what I mean? Like, you understand? I'm not racist. Finally moving out of that mindset, moving into Atlanta, going to a diverse school was the best thing to ever happen to me. I recently saw a video too that said 75% of white people do not have a friend of color. And to even be one white person's one friend of color, a lot of ignorance is said all the time. And if you know, you know. With that being said, I just always feel like if you're that one black friend in a friend group, I feel your pain, I feel you. I've been there before, and the only way to escape that is to actively remove yourself out of those situations and to use the same excuse, well, there's no black people where I live, like, I'm just da-da-da-da. I hear those excuses all the time. There are black people everywhere. And yes, you might not grow up in a town where, you know, you have a lot of people that look like you. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there becomes a certain point where you're actively putting yourself in certain situations. Now, I love all my friends. I love them so much. And I have friends of all different ethnicities, all different colors. And I love my white friends. But with that being said, I'm finally at a point where I can look in a friend group or look at my friends, and all my friends are different races. I don't have just white friends, which was the case for a chunk of my life. It is so important to be around people that look like you, and understand what it means to be a person of color.
I'll tell you why there's not a lot of Asian and black couples. And I'm gonna give you some ways to fix that. There's not a lot of black and Asian couples, well, due to two things. I'd say society, and also I say lack of communication. If you don't hear what society thinks, let's move on to number 2, how to fix it. As an Asian, I'm gonna tell you what I would talk about if I was talking to a black woman, and vice versa. There's only a few things Asians love. Food, easy. Did you know that black people and Asian people came together and made Korean fried chicken? And be like, that could be us. Asians and black women love silk. Talk about the silk pillowcases. Oh, yeah, and the third, trauma bonding, racism. We bond over that stuff all the time.
You cannot understand Asian American history without understanding black history. And the sooner you understand why, the sooner you'll stop being a fucking tool. So there's actually a name for this. It's called racial triangulation. And this starts with the stereotypes that white supremacy assigns. Black Americans get hit with racism, and Asian Americans get hit with xenophobia. Want more Asian people to understand that model minority is not a fucking compliment. When people talk about model minorities, it's usually from a place of like, oh, why can't you just like shut up and be like these nice, obedient Asian people? This model minority stuff is a way to like pit Asian people and black people against each other. It's often used in a way to gaslight into thinking that racism doesn't exist. That's fucking bullshit. Because the second it becomes useful to scapegoat you, it's gonna happen. Case in point, remember the China virus a couple of years ago? Now with this Rick Chow case, this is being framed as some kind of like Asian versus black issue. The harm is real. The anti-blackness in Asian communities is real. I am not excusing it, but I think we also need to ask who's benefiting from this dynamic? Who is benefiting when our communities are beefing with each other? The more I dig into this, the more I'm starting to see that it's not random, it's systemic. And I'm gonna speak directly to my fellow Asian Americans. If you believe that, oh, maybe if I just obey the status quo and be a good boy, I'll be accepted. No, stop being a fucking tool. Conditional.
I saw Chris So's video telling his Gaysian community to go try black men. And if you don't know the video I'm talking about, this is the one I'm talking about. And yes, I screen record everything because I actually want people to regret the choices that they make online. And this is a major one. This is just another example of the Asian American community antagonizing the black community. And I actually watched this other creator's video. Her name is Hillary. I reposted it and liked it, and I will link it down below. But let's just listen to some of the shitty rhetoric that Chris is sharing to his wide audience.
I am all about equality. And so back in May, when I told you all to serve the Asians for Asian Heritage Month, it's our turn now to return the favor and serve our Black kings. And then come May, they are expected to return the favor. And honestly, I'm kind of shocked at how many of you have never been with a Black guy before. And like, look, your preferences.
I just wanted to pause because I know that's a fucking lie. Just like how there's that really very harmful, unhelpful stereotype that Asian women like white men, in the Gaysian community, there is also a very strong preference for white men. So I think it's very weird that Chris said that here.
Your racism, that's none of my business. But like, isn't there a part of you that's at least somewhat curious? Like, don't you want to at least try to say that, like, you tried?
Which is also weird, saying that you need to try other races. Like, we're on the same buffet table. Like, people always exoticize, fetishize, dehumanize, and hypersexualize Asian people and think of us as like an experience to try as well. So doing that also to the Black community is insane work to me. Like,
time with a Black guy, I remember it like it was yesterday. This was a very, very long time ago. This was before Uber even existed. I remember because I had to take a $50 cab ride from Manhattan to Brooklyn. I was just a tourist in New York City. I had no idea where I was in the middle of Brooklyn in this area that's like, to be honest, it wasn't like the nicest part of Brooklyn. And I walked into his place and then he led me to his bedroom, and in his bedroom was just a single mattress that was lying on the...
This is also something really weird that I thought Chris had to point out in his video, because it's saying like, here, look, and if you go and try a Black man, you're not gonna have the greatest experience because they live in the ghetto and they only have a mattress on their bed. Guess what, buddy? Dating in fucking San Francisco is actually 10 times worse, because someone will sit there and tell you that they make 7 figures and then they'll have a mattress in their living room with one television and a lawn chair and give you chips for dinner. Like, not that that's my experience, that's just someone else's experience I've heard. But anyway, let's fast forward.
Murmurs from the Gaysian grapevine that a lot of you are curious, but you're scared. And I know what you're scared of, okay? You're scared about the size. You're wondering, like...
I just wanted to say this as well, that I don't know how old this fool is, but that's some shit that my mom used to say to me when I was younger and she was trying to like demonize the Black community and the Latin community. She was like, they're dangerous, you're gonna break in half. Like, Chris, you're really giving your age out right now. Anyway.
How is that thing gonna fit inside my tiny little Asian slit? It's just a stereotype. They're not all big.
I literally did not catch that the first time because I think I was just in such perpetual shock at the fucking the audacity of this man. But that's also a very harmful stereotype that is like put onto the Asian women community, or like the Asian femmes, the female presenting Asian people of our community. Like, this is such a horrible video. Okay,
but like, in all honesty, I've never actually seen a small one. And I've seen a lot. I've been around, but like, I've never actually seen a small one in real life. If you have a small one, prove it.
So now he is also hypersexualizing the Black community by saying that this is bad. Okay.
Send me a picture. Send me a video. Actually, send me a video with the money shot so I know it's real. Look, Asians, I'm not gonna mince my words, okay? It does hurt. Okay, it hurts. But it doesn't hurt as like much as you think it hurts. You know how ours is like rock solid? It's like cement, right? Theirs is a little bit more malleable, so there's a little bit more give. And so I wouldn't be like super scared of just looking at the size of it. But Black dudes, and actually this applies to all guys, okay? When you go inside an Asian, can you guys at least be a little bit gentle at the start? Okay, can you like let us like breathe and like get used to it first? Like, our holes are so tight. This is how I know you guys are racist. No.
So now that we've watched this whole video together, because you do not need to go give him that watch, do not give him engagement, do not support creators like this. Like, the reason why I record stuff like this is, one, I screenshot and record everything for my art practice. And two, I don't think we should be platforming creators like this. I don't think this creator needs to be on here or have the voice that he has on here. Like, it's insane. He sounds like he's 50. Like, the stuff that he's saying is stuff that my mom says. Fuck.